You know, now that they've started making these, I'm very excited at the prospect of a Castlevania Lego set. I think the Dracula figure would be my favorite. I've always wanted a model of Bella Lugosi. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. We're going to do some Legos tonight. Not right away, though. I'm teasing you with it right now. My apologies for that. I promised a little bit of gameplay up top, rather. And that gameplay is Contra. My apologies. If you're sick of Contra, my apologies. But I really love this game, and I want to get good at it, and the only way to do that is if we play it a whole bunch. So if Contra bothers you, it will be retired from the stream once I'm good at it. Hello, cows. Welcome to the stream. I spy Legos. Indeed. We're going to do some Legos. Lucent Jelly, welcome to the stream. I see what you did there. Hello, hello. I appreciate the laughing Skeletors. So yeah, we're going to play some Contra for hopefully not as long as we usually do, because I am excited to get to the Legos, and this is a giant Lego set. This got 1,010 pieces. I'm going to be working on this for a long time tonight. I'm thinking it'd probably take 2, maybe 3 hours for this one set. Especially since, you know, I do things real slowly. The tedious brick-by-brick approach. It'd probably be faster if I made my own plastic and molded my own bricks, right? But I think it's going to be a lot of fun. At least I hope it is. It'll be fun for me as long as I have your excellent company. But my Contra practice comes first. And I think I want to try and jump in as quickly as possible. Hopefully, hello, Winter Toad. Hello, I just silvery Rubik's Cube for the first time. You mean you solved a Rubik's Cube for the first time? Perhaps. Either there's a typo or I'm misunderstanding something. Yes. Congratulations. Congratulations. I've never done that. I don't know that I have the mental processing power. I know there's I know that there's like instructional videos and stuff like that you could look up. So I guess if I really wanted to, I could make it happen, but for me, solving it, the best way to solve a Rubik's Cube is to just steam the stickers off and then re-glue them. I think that's the best approach. That's probably the only way I'd pull it off. Let's see, we got a lot of congrats. Trophies for Winter Toad, yes. Just read an article or something about, like, this is how you solve it, and I was just like, hey, you want to get this? And generally helpful. Right on. That sounds like something, sounds like something my grandfather would have been into doing. He was always really into, like, little, like, handheld puzzles. I don't know if he ever solved a Rubik's Cube. But he had a lot of those, like, labyrinths where, like, you have to move, like, some steel balls through a maze and stuff like that. He liked those. And he had all these, like, weird wire and block puzzles. I don't even understand what the point of them was, but I know that he liked handheld puzzles. I wonder if he ever solved a Rubik's Cube, but I don't know. I had a Rubik's Cube as a kid. Never came close to solving it. Well, I just hit reset, but I'm not exactly sure that I want to hit start just yet. Sorry, my friends. I want to check. Alright. I needed to check the brightness levels and make sure that Good job. Let me make sure that the brightness levels weren't going to blow the screen out when we get to the ice level. They still will a little bit, but I think it's going to be okay. So why don't we jump in? I'm thinking maybe 2 runs through Contra. Get my practice in. We're hoping for a deathless run one day. I still think it's quite a ways off. So there's no resetting except the first level. If I die on the first level, we hit reset. After that, we live with whatever happens. That's those are our rules. All right, and here we go. Oh no. I'm messing everything up. I don't know what I'm doing. You're so close to changing the logo. There's a lot of options. Hey, thanks for the cheers. Thanks for the cheers. I guess that's confusing because bits are also called cheers, so it sounds like I'm thanking people for bits when I say that. Thanks for the palms. Whoa. First run's always relearning the game, right? Since I've slept since in between the last time and now, I don't remember anything. I'm sorry if you're hearing a lot of noise in the background. I don't know how much of it's being picked up by the microphone, but my air conditioner is running and my laundry machine is running, and so it's pretty noisy in my basement. My mic is supposed to filter some of the background noise out, but it's not great, so. No. Ooh, that was almost really bad. Oh, also, we couldn't do the Legos right away because building Legos requires me to use my tablet, and my tablet battery was was dead, so I've got it charging. So that was another reason I had to start with a game tonight. I suppose I could try winging it and building the set without instructions, but I mean, we get enough glitches in the games I play. I don't think I need to build glitches in real life. Because that's definitely what it would look like. There goes a life. That death. I actually don't feel like that death was my fault. I got distracted by something in the room, but whatever. To potentially make Bowser look even more menacing. Derek Ocean, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you. You already know that I'm going to play Pixel Gun 3D. You might have... sorry, I don't remember if we've talked about that before. I don't actually remember what it is. Oh, I missed the invincibility. I wonder if it's possible to jump onto this platform from down below. It doesn't seem like it's supposed to be, but it also seems like if you do it just right. How am I still alive? I was playing so sloppy. Okay, gotta pause to see this. Alternatively, he might get a drawbridge for a tail. The job I left recently wants me to bring back the uniforms, which is fine, but the guy I know who worked there quit and just went back, even though they said he was blacklisted. I mean, from what I understand, I don't know what's going on. From what I understand, a lot of businesses are like really like hurting for employees lately, and so it kind of might be one of those situations where like they just really don't have a choice because they need people on their staff. So the first job I ever had was at Pizza Hut. I was a dishwasher. I think I was 14. And man, it was an awful job. I wasn't really miserable at it, but like in hindsight, it was kind of a bad job. The worst thing about it though is they required me to wear their uniform but they didn't have any uniforms that were my size, and they refused to get one. So I had to wear a uniform that was like 2 sizes too small for me, and it was very awkward all the time. That was the most miserable thing about it. I didn't really care that much since I was a dishwasher and I was in the back and no one ever saw me anyway, so it didn't really matter how bad I looked, but oh boy, I looked bad. Seems like a fool me once, shame on me, fool me twice situation. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with the chat, and it's kind of hard. This game is intense. I'm doing my best, guys. It looks like the game's gonna fall apart soon anyway, though, so I'm pretty sure Haim Peaver is imminent. We go until the game breaks. That's the rules. Hey, thank you for the lurk, Jelly. He thought I was still going to come back even though I said I was done, and he said I'm banned. I didn't do anything. I told him I never was gonna work there again. It's really tough. I've been in a situation where I've worked jobs where the management changed or the management didn't know what they were doing, and it's really tough to endure in those kind of situations. No, there's second death. I think that's the second death. If I lost count and I'm lying, you have my apologies. How you gonna ban someone for quitting? It makes no sense. It's like when they say, "You're fired. You can't fire me. I quit." It's like you tell your boss, "I'm quitting," and it says, "You can't quit. You're fired." What? When I worked in Korea, I worked at a supplementary school that focused on teaching English and test taking skills in particular. For the primary sort of function of our school was to prepare students for their for the English and test taking skills that they would need for their high school entrance exams, because high school is really competitive over there. I think I'm remembering correctly. So, like, you know, just like you take exams like competitively in America to get into like certain colleges, they do it with high schools over there. But there were, and this is all sort of like secondhand information and above my, like, outside of my realm of comprehension mostly, but there were a lot of changes to, there were a lot of, like, sort of legal reforms for the way the school system worked in Korea, and it basically made our school obsolete. About halfway through my time there, and of course, you know, the owners and management were losing their minds trying to think of ways to retool the way our school worked to make it relevant for students, so that so that parents wouldn't pull all their students out and the school immediately go bankrupt. And it was a nightmare. It was a mess because the rules of what we were supposed to be doing changed every day. Like, first they wanted to change the grading scale, then they wanted to stop giving out grades, and then and I don't know, they just did all kinds of stuff. They started implementing like new types of assignments, but like then the students would do them, but then but then they would decide, no, we're not going to have these assignments in our curriculum anymore, and it's like, so why did we make the students do them? It was a nightmare. It was all confusion. No one knew which members of the staff were responsible for which duties anymore. Because we had different tiers of staff. Like we had teachers and, well, I don't really know about tiers. That's not the right word. That makes them sound like a hierarchy. But it's sort of different bodies of the staff, like teachers and support staff, and no one knew which of the new duties were responsibilities for the support staff and which ones were for the teachers, and it was crazy. And so eventually what happened is the school didn't have to worry about all the students leaving because all the teachers ended up leaving. Like when I left, like almost half the teaching staff left around the same time. You know, not all like on the same day. Like we didn't all walk out and protest, but it's just like just in the span of a couple months. And some of the people who left were like, they'd been there for like 10 years before I joined the staff. Like they were like lifers, and they were like, nope, we can't take it anymore. You can only put up with so much nonsense. I know that story is really rambling and vague. That's my best telling of it. I mean, you've seen how quickly I forget. You've seen how quickly I forget game details of the games I'm playing. How am I going to remember what happened 10 years ago? Ah. I did work there a few times, but come on, seems petty to me. They say he's quit more times than I have and does it a lot, and they still let him come back. Oh no, look at that guy, look at that enemy. He was built... Oh no! Look at all the enemies. They're all glitched. I was gonna say that guy was built completely from glitches, but it looks like everyone is now. He's a manager too. He quit Saturday, then came back today. Was he a manager before he quit? Or did they make him one when he came back? Because, I mean, you know how management always gets to pull a whole lot of nonsense that regular staff never do, so. No, my spread gun, my beautiful spread gun. He was already one for a while, too. Makes sense. I sense a Haim Peaver in the future. No negative energy, Jelly. You're not wrong, though. I'm the only one around here that's allowed to despair. Oh no, there really is going to be a Haim Peaver because I'm coming down to my last life. Oh no, I'm on my last life. I can't die here. Please, no. Alright. Oh, thank goodness. Oh, I mean bombs. Yeah. I think Jelly might be right. No. No, Cows has turned on me too. He was just saying how he was so fed up and gonna do DoorDash. Alright, I'm glad. My crying got you both back on my side. Too many shrimp. Who wants to work for a restaurant that never has supply? Okay, we got a spread gun incoming. I need to keep really focused here. I didn't want to go back honestly, but I knew I could get in easy. And usually it was never a problem. They ran out of pickles. I actually had that problem. You see my... Whoa. One of my job in college, I worked in a stock room for a cafeteria. And then later on they made me a cook. But the cafeteria, oh man. Keeping stuff in stock, that never happened. You could never trust what the menu said because we'd run out of everything halfway through the night. It sounds like it was my fault since I worked in the stock room and I was involved with purchasing inventory. But the problem was we'd write up our inventory orders and then the head chef of the cafeteria would go back through our inventory and be like, oh no, we don't need this much of this, we don't need this much of that, and he'd slash our numbers, you know, to save money or whatever. And then, you know, come the next night, oh look, we're out of all the things that you didn't let us order. Like, you may know how to make food better than me, but I know how much food we're going to need better than you. The managers barely knew their stuff. Exactly. Kind of thing happens everywhere. The chef was crazy too. He was always putting really weird stuff on the menu. He kept putting squid and peppers on the menu. And no one would eat it. And we'd buy all this squid, and it was so expensive, and it would just go to waste. And it's like, we kept trying to tell him, too. It's like, we are a college in Kentucky. We're Southerners. Like, the students don't want to eat squid and peppers. They want to eat fried chicken and catfish, man. Like, that's what we eat around here. We want hamburgers and corn on the cob, like. All right, we made it through. I think that's the first time. I made it through the last level without dying. I mean, I know I died a whole lot in the run, but from the start of the last level to the end, I didn't lose a life. And like the 1 credit clear, is old news. I can do a 1 credit clear in my sleep now. When am I going to pull off the 1 life clear? Too fancy pants. Exactly. That's what it was. And like the thing, the real thing about that, or like what made it kind of difficult, was like the chef would put all these like crazy, like fancy dishes on the menu. And not only did the students not want to eat those kind of things, but the cooks didn't really know how to cook the kind of things that he kept putting on the menu either. It's like you may have gone to culinary school and like learned about all of these like things, but these aren't things that our guys are experienced in. They certainly weren't things I could cook when they put me on the line. And they weren't things that were made for like, cafeteria food is like bulk food. You got to feed hundreds of people real quick. And he's like wanting to make, like restaurant dishes, like individual order stuff. And it's like, it doesn't translate. No souffles. It was a wild time. A weird job. I had a lot of fun at that job though too. I had a lot of things to complain about, but I was working with my best friend, so I was having a good time even when times were bad. All right, well, let's hit the old reset button. Let's do another run. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. I think my PB for like so far as time is concerned is 23 minutes and change. I don't really care about the time, but I think that's where it stands. So I think I've beaten each of the levels individually without a death at this point, except maybe level 7. That's the only one I'm not sure about. I'm pretty sure I've had a deathless run individually through each of the other levels. So it becomes the dream. The dream becomes more and more possible each night. It's coming close to being within my grasp. That spot right there with that turret and that guy in the bushes. This is a nasty spot. It gets me a lot. If you're just joining us, I'm resetting a lot. My rule is I only reset on level 1. If I die on level 1, we reset. If I die somewhere else in the run, oh well, we live with what we get and get the practice in. My goal is to get a deathless run through this game someday. It's always fun when I die, right, when I say something like that about my aspirations. We used to have a Kmart years ago in my hometown. They tried to ban me, but they didn't. I don't think I've ever been banned from a business. From visiting or working there. This is terrible. So many resets. I'm resetting this more than I did Super Ghouls and Ghosts. Forget the whole story, but it had something to do with the layaway program. One of my friends put an item on layaway one time, and when he finally paid it off, they didn't have the item anymore. Like, they had sold it. I'm trying to remember what or where it was. But yeah, incredibly rude. I know. It was something video game related, I think. Stay focused. Don't make a silly mistake at the end of the level. Forget it was the PlayStation 2. You still went and shopped there. I won a PlayStation 2. McDonald's does that Monopoly game every now and then. I won a PlayStation 2 from the McDonald's Monopoly game. That's how I got my first PlayStation 2. Yeah. That's probably the coolest thing I ever won. You've never known someone who's won those things before. I don't think I've ever met anyone who's won a big prize from that kind of thing before, except for myself. That's probably like the biggest prize that I ever won. I'm trying to think if I have a bigger example. I mean, like maybe like a scholarship or something for college would have been bigger, but I once won a baking dish at a raffle. Not nearly as exciting. Whoa. That guy really surprised me there. I missed the invincibility again. I don't even know how I missed it that time. I was firing so many bullets at it. Contra is rigged. Look at that. Who needs invincibility anyways? I am the invincibility. I got really nervous when I said that because that's one of the biggest, boldest claims I've ever made. Used to live in some apartments with my dad years ago, and we got kicked out for nothing, basically. Oop. Sorry. Sorry, once again, I want to keep up with you guys, but my feet are in the fire at the moment. Someone saw you walking around with your dad, and they said that they saw you buying drugs from some guy when it was really just you and your dad hanging out. That's wild. If I read that correctly. What in the world? I love that noise. I love the sound of an extra life. I would prefer to not need the extra lives, but I'm always gonna love that beautiful chime. Ah, I died. No, I let myself get distracted and I died. It's all my fault. I know I'm playing with fire by saying this, but it's really nice that the game hasn't been like super glitchy tonight. I mean, we've had a few glitches, but it's recovered every time. Like I've forgotten how fun it is to be able to play a game without it freezing every 10 minutes. Um Oh, okay. It's still an unfortunate story. I just didn't. I was skimming before and didn't catch the details properly. Not sure how many times I've died. Once? Maybe twice? I think there's only been one time in my life where someone tried to sell me drugs. I was sitting outside of in like a general area of an apartment building I lived at, and some guy came up and like struck up a conversation with me, and then he wanted to sell me some marijuana, and I told him, I said, oh man, I don't have any money right now. Catch me next week. And I never saw him again. That was a lie. I did have money. But it worked. Someone you dated bought weed from a guy who ended up selling her literal grass. I thought normally people used oregano. That's what I've heard before. I don't know. I'm so ignorant of these things. But yeah, I thought I'd heard of people trying to pass off oregano before. Love the spread gun. Love the spread gun. Oh no, why did I get rid of the spread gun? I was just saying how much I love it. What am I doing? I played myself. You stopped talking to her after that. No. That was my spread shot running away. I don't have to stop and fight all these guys, right? I can run past them. That's what we're going to do this time. I already lost the spread gun. I need to kill this guy, otherwise he'll torment me during the whole boss fight, I think. There we go. No. Oh. I can kind of just stand right there. How many times have I fought this boss and I finally learned that? I was always worried about running too far in there, but it actually stops you at that point, and you can just run in place and fire up diagonally. She was married, but you think she was getting a divorce. She was like, it's okay, he's in Mexico. That was my fastest pass through the game yet. I didn't stop the timer very well, but 22 minutes? Perfect. That's good. I kind of feel like I'm on a roll tonight, my friends. I said 2 runs through this. I said two runs through this. How much would you hate me if I went for a 3rd run? Hey, thank you for the trophies. I'm feeling... I mean, I know I'm jinxing my next run by saying this, but I'm feeling kind of in the zone. I think we'll do it. It's not a very long game. We'll try for one more time. You did a stream earlier. Congratulations. Oh, I wish I could have tuned in. I didn't know about it, though. Are you going to be streaming again? Yeah, you're gonna give it a go. Right on. Right on. I'm pretty sure no one watched any of my first streams. Alright, I gave you a follow so that I can hopefully catch you when you're on sometime. Alright, we're gonna loop back through. We're gonna try and do one more run. This will be the last run, I promise. But I'm gonna try and stay really focused. So I might not read a whole lot that's going on over here in the over here is the chat for me. That's where I'm waving my hand. I just realized you can't see what I'm pointing at. So if it feels like I'm ignoring you again, just know I appreciate having you here and talking with me. This game is tough. No. It's alright. I can hang out on the water. Water never hurt me any. Oh man, I just remembered. I wish I'd gotten some new music. I've been playing Mario Party music when I've been doing like non-game stuff on stream, and I've gone through the same soundtrack so many times that it's even driving me mad at this point. But I don't have anything else to play, so Mario Party once again it will be. I'll just have to talk over it a whole lot. Oh, so many of my shots weren't actually hitting the eyeball. They were all hitting the bubbles. I'm firing slowly to cast a wide net, but there we go. Playing Agents of Mayhem on PS4, it's your only way to stream now. I don't think I've ever even heard of Agents of Mayhem. But you know, my knowledge of more modern games is really spotty. Okay, get the invincibility, but play like you're not invincible. It's better practice that way. Whoa. How did I kill that arm so fast? I didn't even feel like I was shooting at it when it died. Figured out how to unmute my headset. I don't know why it was auto-muted. It's from the same company as Saints Row. I played a little bit of Saints Row, but not in any meaningful way. One of my friends had it, and I would play it at his house sometimes and just mess around. See how much mischief I could get into. That's the only way I ever played GTA as well. I have no idea what the story and missions are like in GTA. I've only ever just tried to cause mischief in the game. No, come on, don't break down on me, game. We're having fun. Don't ruin it. No, don't land on the bullet. Oh, that was scary. That was really scary, my friends. I thought it was all over right then and there. This is an especially difficult and terrifying fight. Not gonna lie, I'm scared. I can admit when I'm terrified, which is usually always. No, there's a bullet down there. Oh. No, there's a bullet up here. Ah, I died. Oh, I'm so upset. I died twice. Oh, rip the run. Oh, I'm so sad. I really thought that... I was really feeling like that might have been it. Ouch. Ouch. Why do I like this game? I don't remember. I don't remember at the moment. That's right. I picked up... Never mind. This is shaping up to be my worst run of the night. Why did I insist on doing one more? All I'm doing now is ending us on a low note. A very low note. This is awful. We're gonna get a game over, aren't we? Haven't seen one of those in a while, so I guess it's about time. I would actually be okay if the game crashed at this point, because it would give me an excuse not to finish this run. You can make it all the way here, but you can't make it quite through that fire on the invincibility. Maybe, like, if you did it perfectly, you could, but I don't think it's worth the risk. Thought his leg was gonna get me. Thought his leg was gonna get me. So watching my stream, the audio is working luckily. I'm sure the interface on PS4 is different. Has a person icon, and the icon said for the person, and chat icon said for the person, so maybe someone was watching. I don't know. I'm by no means an expert, but it seems to me, at least, that a lot of beginning streaming is just playing for an audience of no one, or maybe one or two random people that pop in and don't say anything, or pop in and leave immediately. I wouldn't worry about it too much. I'd say just just keep streaming and let what happens happen. Hello, Hooked on Pot. Great to see you. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for redeeming all the things. I'll get to them very soon. I'm about to experience a game over, I think, so that'll be a good time to do all that stuff. Whoa. On the one hand, I want to say if I get a game over, why don't we just stop? Because I've already gotten some practice tonight, but the thing is, like, it's the later levels where I want the practice, so I think if I game over, I should still keep going anyway. Oh, I lost out on that. Alright, we're going to pause here, and I'm going to enjoy these redemptions. You're always here. Talk to no one. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I try not to stress too much about, like viewers and followers and subs and that kind of stuff. I figure if I just keep doing it long enough, then those things will come or they won't. There's not really a lot I can do about it, so just let what happens happens. I will let what happens happen. Let's see what we got here. Magic beans, stretch break, and go nuts. All right. Let's grab a bean. And we got a kind of green, kind of like translucent green one. This could be booger or lime. I think I've already gotten green apple and pear, so I don't think it could be either of those. It could be like margarita. The booger one usually has spots on it, so I think I'm safe. I think this is a good bean. Yeah. Yeah, this is a lime bean. Delicious lime. I love it. I'm a big fan of lime. I like limeade. I like meats cooked with lime. I'm a big fan of lime. Hey, thank you for the 100 bits, Hooked on Pot. Much appreciated. What was next? Stretch break. We'll move the camera around. Let me just catch up on the messages here real quick. No one talked. I'm not. I know I'm new. I worded that kind of weird. I meant there was a person icon said 1 and the chat icon said 0. Oh, I didn't know there were separate icons. You agree? Right on. I've seen a little of your collection, but I also am occupied with parenting early in the day. I don't get the people who get so big. I mean, you don't have any control over it. It just happens. You don't have a camera. Not everyone has a camera. I don't know. I think I prefer streams that have a face cam personally, but there are streamers that I like that don't have face cams, and I understand why sometimes people don't. I get that there sometimes people don't feel safe if they have a face cam, and I get why people would feel that because there are some real scumbags out there, and that's a shame. But also, just some people just don't like being on camera. All right, stretch break. It's always weird stretching in silence. Okay. Yeah, I wouldn't know how to hook a webcam to the PS4 either. I mean, I imagine the PS4 probably has USB ports, and if you have a USB camera, there might be a way to do it, but I couldn't say anything for sure. Now you're ready to conquer Contra. Well, we've already had two good runs through Contra tonight. I've gotten the 1 credit clear twice in a row already. This is the 3rd run. But this is also the worst one. Everything's just, I don't know. I was doing so well, and I've flown too close to the sun. The first half of the game went beautifully. What Lego are you building? I got it right here. We're gonna build this giant Mario castle. We already made some Mario Legos a couple weeks ago, and yeah, I found this at a yard sale, and so I've been wanting to build it. It's still like all packaged up. I think all the pieces are here. It doesn't look like it had been messed with. And I'm going to build it on stream so that I'm not just a crazy man alone building my Legos in my basement. I'll have some company. I've been a crazy man doing stuff alone in my basement for long enough. It can be a lot of fun, but I'd rather have the company. How many pieces? It's 1,010 pieces. It's huge. It's probably going to take like 2 hours, maybe more. So we'll be at it for a while, and then after we finish playing with the Legos, we'll go back. We'll do another game. I'm gonna try to exercise willpower and not put you through more Contra. I'll pick out something. I'm thinking I'll grab something on the Game Boy. Maybe we could look at the Game Boy version of Double Dragon or Earthworm Jim, something we've already done. I'm kind of be curious to see how some of these games translated over. I wanted to speedrun Legos one time. I built so many with my son. That's great. I definitely won't be speedrunning the Legos myself, though. We'll be snail running our Legos. Speedrunning Legos sounds fun. It does sound like a good time. All right, I'm gonna see if I can get us through to the end. We got a long way to go, and we don't have a spread gun to get us there. Okay. Someone sold that at a yard sale. Yeah, their whole sale was just Lego kits. I think they must be like a reviewer, or they work for a, I don't know, for a toy company, or they stole a shipment of Legos. I don't know. All they had was just tons and tons of like fancy Lego sets, but there was only one that I was really interested in, and I didn't really have the money to be buying a whole bunch of them. Okay, let me pause for just a second. Let me get caught up with everybody here. I feel like I'm missing some stuff. Ready to conquer Contra. I'm sorry if I missed a message or two from anybody. I've been trying to keep on track. Scuttlebug, welcome to the stream. Glad to see you again. That's a sick Goomba. Yeah, I love it. It's great. It's huge. It's the biggest Goomba I've ever seen. I could stream Castlevania or Contra Classic if I bought them on PSN. Hey, I'd say do it. I like, but you know me, I like the classic games. Speedrunning Legos. Someone sold that at a yard sale. I was buying at least $100 worth every month for a bit of Legos, and that's I mean, Legos are expensive. My buddy and I did 1-2 with 500 piece set each, different sets, and he beat you. Oh no. You'll have to get your revenge, Hooked on Pot. I'd love to stream Castlevania. Castlevania, I mean, you know me and Castlevania. I love some Castlevania. All right, we're being braver than we used to. We're just running past these guys now. Kind of. Oh no, I think being down here is a bad idea. No, I missed the jump. Oh. Oh, rip. I don't have enough lives for this. Oh, we got him. We got him. We still got the 1 credit clear. I didn't run the timer. I forgot to start it back up. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Timer's not important anyway. What's important is we still got the 1 credit clear. Even after that terrible, terrible, garbage, abysmal run, we pulled it off in the end. I decided Lego speedruns are too expensive. Legos are terribly expensive. I really like Lego. I've got has a lot of sentimental value for me, and it's just fun. They're fun to build and play with. But they're so expensive. I almost never buy a Lego kit. That I have these Mario ones is very unusual. A stretch break worked. GG. Thank you, Hooked on Pot. You're right, it did. The stretch break and the pistachios had me coming back feeling like a champion, and hey, we did it. All right, well, so that's 3 runs through Contra. We're still... The Deathless run is still pretty far off, it seems, but we're going to get it one day. One day. It has to happen eventually. So thank you for being here for Contra. If you want to switch to something completely different now, that's what we're going to do. It's going to take me a little while. This is going to be a very inelegant transition, but we're going to move over to my purple table, and we're going to build this giant, massive Bowser's Castle Legos together. And we'll just sort of hang around and, you know, chat while we do that. So that's sorry, video game content's going on pause for the night. We're gonna move over to Lego content for a while, and then after we build the Legos, we'll see what time it is, and we might pick up another game. If it's after 3, I might just come back to Contra. But if it's still before 3, then I might pick up something new. Contra is on sale for $5. Hey, that's a sweet deal. Contra Collection, $5. Road Core is only $8, so I might buy them both. The Contra Collection is $5. That's an amazing deal. Road Core I don't know anything about. I've heard some people say that they liked it and some people say that it was terrible. So I don't know what it is. 1,000 pieces, you think under 2 hours? No, I don't, Hooked on Pot. I don't think it's going to be under 2 hours. Oh. You liked it. Maybe you can watch me stream it. While I won't watch you stream Road Core because I want to play it myself, and so I won't want it spoiled. I don't watch people play a game before I get to play it if it's something I want to play. But I'll definitely watch you play Contra 1 if you want to turn that one on someday. I'd be there for that. And Castlevania, you know, provided you stream at a convenient time for me. All right, I'm gonna start moving stuff around. Oh, hang on, I bought the Secret of Mana collection today. I haven't played any of those. I know I need to. So the Mana games, I don't really the series. I have Secret of Mana on the Super Nintendo, but I believe that's the second in the series, right? Yeah, the first one is the Final Fantasy Adventure. I mean, I know, I think Zinchon told me it doesn't really matter what order you play them in. But the first one, I believe, was the Final Fantasy Adventure. And then the second was Secret of Mana. You can do classic Contra. I love this game. This has become one of my favorite games in such a short period of time. I love it so much. It was $29 at EB Games Canadian, so like $20. Oh, but yeah, what I was thinking about the series there. Final Fantasy Adventure, Secret of Mana, and the Trials one that they just made. Why I was thinking about that is I actually have a copy of Final Fantasy Adventure on the way to me. I bought one from a guy and he's sending it to me. I wish Evermore was on it. I didn't know that was part of the series. I don't have that one, Secret of Evermore. And I don't have the new Trials game either. I think Secret of Mana is one of those like pricier games too now, right? Okay, not bad. Looks like it goes for around $50. That's reasonable. Manual only. People are paying $23 for the manual? Disgusting. Evermore is the exact same game as Secret of Mana, but a different story. Interesting. I didn't know their connection. I usually prefer physical over digital, but $8 is hard to pass up on when it's usually 40. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, maybe it was a spin-off. Yeah, maybe. I'm a big physical guy, as all my like tons of stuff are illustrative of. But I'm not a real stickler for it, especially when something is like prohibitively expensive. If you can get a really good deal, digital all day long. Okay, so for real, no more chin wagging now. I'm gonna start moving stuff around, and we're gonna get over to the Lego table here.